Did you know that if you have a mortgage at a 3.5 interest rate, paying it off might not be the best move for your money? In fact, if you invested that same cash into the stock market or some other business that would give you a really good return, you could potentially earn more than the double interest you'd save. That's right. By paying off your mortgage, you might be leaving thousands on the table. Want to know why? Stick around, because in this video, we're going to uncover what most people don't consider when deciding between paying off the mortgage or investing. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ali, and on this channel, we share experiences in business, entrepreneurship, and much more. So if you want to come along for the ride, make sure to subscribe. If you're like many homeowners, you've probably asked yourself at some point, should I pay off my mortgage early, or is it smarter to invest my money instead? It's a tough question, and the answer can be a game changer for your financial future. What if I told you that most people overlook key factors when making this decision? Let's start by addressing the big dilemma. You've worked hard, saved so much money, and now you're wondering whether you should use that extra cash to pay off your mortgage or invest it. It sounds like a straightforward decision, but it's actually more complex than it seems. Here's the thing. Paying off your mortgage means you'll have peace of mind knowing that your home is fully yours. No monthly payments, no debts, just financial freedom. You just have a pure financial freedom. On the other hand, investing could give you higher returns in the long run, growing your wealth faster than the relatively low interest rate you're paying on your mortgage. So which one is the smarter choice? It's not just about numbers. It's about understanding your financial situation, your risk tolerance, and your future goals. As we go through this, you'll see that there's more to the decision than meets the eyes. Before we weigh the pros and cons, let's take a quick look at how mortgages work. Your mortgage payment isn't just a simple loan repayment. It's split into two main components: principal and interest. Early on, most of your payment goes towards paying your interest. Only a small part goes to reducing the principal, which is the loan balance. This happens because of what's called an amortization schedule. Over time, as your loan balance decreases, the amount of interest you owe each month also drops. By the last few years of your mortgage, the majority of your payment is fully going toward paying down the principal. Let me give you an example. Suppose you took out a $200,000 mortgage with a 3.5 fixed interest rate. In the first year, you might be paying $898 per month, but over 60% of that goes into interest. Fast forward to year 20, and more than half of your payment is reducing your principal. So knowing this, when you think about paying off your mortgage early, you're essentially asking, should I save on future interest payments, or could I potentially make more by investing elsewhere? Now, let's talk about the benefits of paying off your mortgage early. The obvious one is peace of mind. There's nothing quite like the feeling of owning your home outright. No monthly payments, no debt. It's a huge psychological relief. But there are also practical reasons to paying it off early. The most immediate benefit, you save on interest. If you have a 3.5 interest mortgage and you pay off 10 years early, you could save around $20,000 in interest. If your interest rate is higher, say 5.5%, that savings jump to nearly $38,000. That's a significant amount of money staying in your pocket. Now, here's another angle. If you're nearing retirement, paying off your mortgage could lower your monthly expenses and free up cash flow when you need it the most. Without a mortgage payment, your retirement income doesn't have to stretch as far, giving you more flexibility. But here's the flip side. Once you pay off your mortgage, your money is tied up in your house. You can't easily access it in case of an emergency, and you lose the opportunity to potentially grow that money through investments. Let's explore the other side of the equation: investing. Why might this be a smarter option? Well, the main reason is potential returns. Historically, the stock market has provided an average annual return of 7 to 10% over the long run. Compare that to the interest on your mortgage, which might be 3.5 to 4.5 or even 5.5%. Investing could yield a much higher return on your money than you'd save in mortgage interest. Well, let's say you invest $100,000 in the stock market and it grows by 7% per year over 10 years. You'd have nearly $200,000 by the end of that period, almost doubling your money. Even if you just earned 5% per year, you'd still come out ahead with around $160,000, which is more than the interest saved by paying off the mortgage early. But remember, the market isn't a guaranteed win. It fluctuates. And while it has historically risen over the long term, there are periods of volatility. You have to be comfortable with the risk, especially in the short term. Still, the long-term potential for growth is significant. And if you've got time on your side, investing could help you build wealth faster than paying off a low-interest mortgage. Now, here's something people don't talk about enough: the emotional side of these financial decisions. Now, paying off your mortgage feels safe. It's a sure thing. You know exactly how much interest you'll save, and there's no risk involved. But it's also a decision rooted in emotion, particularly if you're someone who prefers financial certainty. Investing, on the other hand, requires a certain level of comfort with risk and uncertainty. The stock market can be volatile, and if you're someone who loses sleep when their portfolio dips, paying off your mortgage might give you more peace of mind. On the flip side, if you can handle the market's up and downs, and if you have a long-term investment horizon, you might feel more at ease watching your investment grow, and even during periods of volatility. The key is self-awareness. How do you handle financial risk? Are you comfortable with volatility, or would you prefer the security of being mortgage-free? These are the questions you should be asking yourself. Here's where things get interesting. One of the biggest factors most people overlook is opportunity cost. When you use your extra money to pay off your mortgage, that money is no longer available to be invested elsewhere. You're locking it up in your home, which means you lose the potential gains that come from investing. For example, let's say you have $100,000 and you decide to pay off your mortgage early. Sure, you save $20,000 to $38,000 in interest, but if you invested that money and earned a 7% return over the same 10-year period, you'd save nearly $100,000 in investment gains. That's the opportunity cost of choosing security over growth. There's another thing people don't consider: liquidity. Once your money is tied up in your home, it's not easy to get it back out. If you face an emergency or want to take advantage of a great investment opportunity, you won't have access to that cash unless you sell your home or take a home equity loan. And let's face it, neither of those options are ideal. On the other hand, if your money is invested, you have more liquidity. You can sell investments, and if you need cash quickly, giving you more flexibility to navigate unexpected expenses or seize new opportunities. Now, let's talk about taxes. One thing many homeowners benefit from is the mortgage interest deduction. If you itemize your deductions when filing taxes, the interest you pay on your mortgage can reduce your taxable income. This deduction applies to mortgages up to $750,000, which means the higher your mortgage balance, the more you could save on your taxes. However, this tax break is only beneficial if you itemize your deductions rather than taking the standard deduction. And with the standard deduction being quite high, not everyone benefits from itemizing. So if your mortgage interest deduction saves you a significant amount on taxes, you might want to keep that mortgage around for a little longer. But if your interest deduction doesn't outweigh the standard deduction, the tax benefit might not be worth keeping the mortgage. And paying off early could be a better option. So you might ask, what's the expert advice? Financial planners often recommend a balanced approach. Instead of like a all or nothing decision, why don't you do a bit of both? Pay off a portion of your mortgage, then invest the rest. If you're comfortable with some debt, but you also want to grow your wealth, this hybrid approach can give you the best of both worlds. You will reduce your mortgage balance, saving on interest, and you still invest in opportunities with potential for growth. Ultimately, the decision to pay off your mortgage or invest depends on your unique financial goals and risk tolerance. If you're someone who values peace of mind and financial security, paying off your mortgage might be the better choice. On the other hand, if you're comfortable with risk and want to maximize your long-term returns, investing could be a more lucrative option. Now, I'm gonna give you now a quick checklist that might help you decide. First question, what is your mortgage interest rate? How comfortable are you with market risk? Do you need access to liquidity? Are you nearing retirement, or do you have a long-term investment horizon? The best strategy may involve a combination of both approaches, paying off a portion of your mortgage while investing some of your money in some long-term return opportunities. So there you have it, paying off your mortgage versus investing. It's a decision that requires a careful consideration. Most people rush to pay off their mortgage for peace of mind, or they just go all in investing just so they can get a higher returns on their money. But honestly, the best approach is usually somewhere in the middle. Now, it's your turn. Take a deep dive into your financial situation, weigh your options, and make the choice that aligns with your goals. Now guys, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up. Got questions or want more personal advice? Drop them in the comments below and we'll help you out. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.